Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 106 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Gonna hit my water bottle, guys. Bear with me for a sec. Better. Bong bong, mashallah, guys. Hope y'all are doing great, doing well. We're in Admeth's Den, doing something. I think we're going to the records archive with Adair. Oh, we were going to buy some magical items. We did. We bought Hiravius the Bile Stompers, which lets him do a minor fetid caress. 3 per rest. Let's take a look at what that entails. Where would that be at? Right there, minor fetid caress, sicken for 7.8 seconds. In a 1.78 radius. Oh, that is not what I expected. Oh no. That does not paralyze at all. I thought fetid caress would at least paralyze. 3 per rest. And 5 corrode. Resist. Let's see if we can reload. Admeth's Den autosave. Which means we might not have bought the items yet. Perfect. So, let's go check out Sonil's stuff.
Sure.
While possibly getting something different. I was wondering what that minor fetid caress was. We know fetid caress does paralyze, but we didn't know what minor did. It wouldn't show it. So let's check it out. Alright. What about the Cloak of the Fox and Hunter? 5 will, 9 reflex, summon noble creature. Summons a beagle dog once per rest. Is that like a joke item? Five will, 9 reflex is pretty good. Munakra 12 will for a headpiece and Whisper of Treason. We want the Berserker's belt. Let's grab that. And let's grab this headpiece that gives 12 will. Surely somebody can use that. And Whisper of Treason. Bong bong. Mashallah. We're going to keep the Berserker item. Do you have anything giving you will, sir? You don't, so you should get all 12 will from this, but you don't really need the will. Adair could use the will. He's using Goddess Turban of Intellect. And this gives will 12 and Whisper of Treason. Will does go up 10. And that's good enough for me. Intellect plus 1. Surely. Right, we can't give it to Aloth. I have the dandy hat. She can't wear one, so Goddess Turban can probably just go into the stash for now. Gotta sell this grimoire. So for some reason 2 of that's getting suppressed. Will. I'm not seeing anything suppressed. Not sure why he's only getting 10. Oh, minus 3 from Whispers of Yenwood, I guess. Or something. Okay.
Hey.
Let's get the right modals on. Savage Attack. We already leveled them up,
ready.
so it's too late to change that.
I'm here.
Need something?
Okay, everybody's
How may I help?
Mm-hmm.
good to go. then the Berserker Belt we'll give to Minea. We want the cloak that gives 9 reflex, 5 will. Probably not. 3 dexterity. Intellect 2 for Sagani? Well, she's using someone else's stuff, basically. Pelagina, max endurance bonus, increased constant recovery. Do we want to possibly keep it for some other time? No, I don't think so.
Sure.
Summoning the Beagle Dog. Don't think we were going to go that route. But we did get something useful from him with the Berserker Belt and the Monocra Allet or whatever. Let's look for more magical weapons. Let's go see the Dominoes in Brackenberry. But first, Pernicious House, Noman Fox. Let's go to the Scrivener's Dormitory. No, that's not where it was. Hall of Revealed Mysteries. And we shall take Adair to the Records Archive about the Saints' War and try to continue his quest. Adair is a beast amongst men. So it's good to have him in the party again. Pretty interesting party, I'd say. I mean, any which way you go is going to be pretty much good. I want to talk to Durrance more, but taking a break from him right now. Is this where the Records Archive was? It is, I think. No, Ducal Palace. We want the Ducal Palace. I don't think he wants this place. Maybe he does. Elder Archives? Let's go in. Adair, do you say anything? No, this is not the place. At least I don't think so. Adair would have said something.
I shall be
unless we sneak around and he finds something, or... Nothing. And it must be the one in the Ducal Palace. I guess. Check the journal really quickly on that. There's a reputation in the city we're strong. Well, that has to be the Ducal Palace. So I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. My channel's kind of suffering for it. I know at the moment, in real time, it's still early May. In real time making this. It's hard because I've been making so many long playthroughs. Like I did Avowed, then Wasteland 2, which was long, and then Pillars here. It's like with all this, I haven't been able to put out a lot of videos of new content, like new playthroughs. And that's really when my channel gets the more views and stuff like that. So that's been kind of suffering. My channel's been kind of going down. Ooh.
So optimistic. The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got two options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium, or you can wait for better days.
Well, feathers in my case. But I understand your point.
Tear out the feathers. I think there's an archives in here. I just hope I didn't bork this quest. No,
Sure.
I don't think there is. Where was that archives place? Thought it was the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. There is an Elder Archives there, but... Alien Embassy? Virga. We've already done our stuff with Virga.
Well met, friend.
Thanks to you, the sacred fires continue to burn around the city. Oh, they're relit. Records keeper. Wait, was this it?
Hail and well met.
Yeah. For the first time, he turns his full attention toward you and his eyes flicker in recognition. Of course, that policy is for the general public. Exceptions can be made for those who have already proven their worth. He looks up at a shelf and withdraws a thick volume, shifting a layer of dust aside with his hand. The rosters are in the front, the inventories of the dead in back. He passes it into Adair's outstretched hands. Adair leafs through the book for some time, anxiously running his thick farmhand's fingers over the page after page of names. At last, his hand stops, his fingers just below one name. Party gains 648 XP.
Odin Talesh died 18 Majavernho 2808. Third Battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glonfather names, I swear.
Odin T-Ledge.
Rayet Saris?
He stops short, his eyes bulging. They scan back and forth over and over.
I'll be the effigy. He fought for Rayet Saris. Why'd he fight for Rayet Saris?
He stares at the page, his jaw agape before suddenly looking up at you. I'm sure he had a good reason. I am too. He stares at the page, his complexion drained. I am too.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea, the one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw.
A strange look comes over Adair.
And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. Even worth trying, right?
Help you any way I can.
I appreciate that. I wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
Oh, that reminds me. Travel to there to turn the sound back down, the music volume back down to about 48%. Alright, that's very well and good. There's no stealing this stuff. Unless he would let us take the Doty burglar. But, alright, so we got that part of the quest. Where's that Cleon Relag? I thought I saw it somewhere, no? Salons. Huh. Okay. Sidley? Alright, let's take this party and get into some action in Heritage Hill. I think this is the group I want to take through Heritage Hill. The tower. We should be able to raise some ruckus with this crew. And we'll do a little main quest stuff at Heritage Hill. I got my thrill. Doo-doo-doo, on Heritage Hill. Alright.
I like your attention, don't you?
Ranger's animal. Oh, wait. What did he say? Sure like your attention, don't you? I don't know. Thought he's going to get into the talk. But this interesting tower, we had a vision back of opening it as we were looking for Theos. So now I guess we can open it and go in. Massive stone door of the tower is sealed and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Letting Key Acolyte. You hear rumbles and clangs from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Interesting. So,
I'll take a peek.
looks like a little bit of a tower dungeon. goals. Get to the top of the tower in Heritage Hill. Oh, goals should be easy peasy. Skeletal Wizard.
I'm ready.
Dargul, we'll tackle that one.
I'm here.
Sagani, attack the goal.
Yeah?
Alright, Allah, attack the Dargul, and everybody's engaged in melee.
I'm ready.
Palagina, little flames of devotion on the goal.
Hey there.
Alzarian stag mode.
Yeah?
Stelgar mode.
How may I help?
Aloth, little crushing damage. All up in there. And I guess that's it for modes and stuff. There. Yeah. Throw some more crushing damage in there. Who's at it there? Go fight the skeletal wizard.
Dead on!
Aloth,
may I help?
go fight.
Need something?
Alzarian's getting kind of toasted here. Down it goes. Bong bong.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of vessel flesh.
They'll never know I'm here.
Ooh, potions up there. A skeletal wizard.
They'll never know I'm here.
Got a table. Crumpled page from Aldhelm's journal. Trindig's letter. Let's read Trindig's letter. Dearest mother and father, you will be pleased to hear I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Engwithan Tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort, and he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Widewind's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start to the day. All my love, Trindig. Crumpled page. Day 7, a week of study, and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Alright, and let's
I'll see what I can find.
explore around. The mattress is lumpy and smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. The essence shimmers and pulsates within this strange device. Revenants. Skeletal wizards, revenants. Alright. Skeletal ranger, we should be okay. Attack. Attack.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani, attack. Who's that? Palagina.
Yeah?
Alzarian. Quit sneaking.
Mm-hmm.
Alzarian, run and get the wizard. Here we go. Stag mode. Haravius.
Yes?
Aloth, little crushing damage all at them. Who else is back here? Oh, Edomuk. Wow. Okay. We completely destroyed
I'll teach you
them.
a lesson.
I was expecting a little more resistance. and some bones.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Well, the world doesn't scale, we know that much. Potion of Power, 112 pawns, and a page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 2, we've completed our measurements of the machine thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. Steps up.
And what do we have here?
198 pawns and a Rite of Walking Shadows. An enemy, skeletal fighters. Alright.
Hey.
There, get in there.
Hey there.
Zarian. You go get the skeletal wizard.
I'm ready.
Pelagina, you fight there. These guys have no hope. Maybe attack there. Oh, it did Nature's Mark. Should be fine though. I don't have to switch to any ranged weapons or anything. Go attack there. Zarian. Kind of taking a beating. Ella, throw some crushing damage in there. Oh, there for 27, 23. Some poleaxes, a saber. Nice.
On the hunt.
Sure.
Bones and such. Another neatly made bed. Padding the scratchy old coverlet thickens the air with dust. No one has used this bed in weeks. 115 pawns and padded armor. It's worth 40. Okay, that's the first floor. Let's head to floor number 2.
Laying low.
I know I should hotkey too. Everyone, well, not everyone, but some people complain in my playthroughs that I don't use the hotkeys and stuff over abilities, and I really should, but oh well. Bone bone. Single dark wool. And here they come.
Mm-hmm.
It
How may I help?
begins.
I'm
Falagina, come back here, attack the Dargle. Better yet, attack the Ghoul.
Yeah?
Elzarian switch to stag mode.
Yeah?
You've got a Dargle, Haravius. Spirit Ship Stelgar. And attack it. These guys are just... No, there's a Dargle there, okay.
I'm
Go ahead and Flaming Devotion. The goal. Elzarian's attacking a rebel. Ella's attacking. Itamak needs a target. Take a Revenant,
Hey.
Adair. Take a Revenant. Now everybody's fighting. And we have the advantage. Oh, you guys took care of business. Wow, tough Dargle. Bunch of vessel flesh.
I'll stay out of sight.
Some other stuff. $35 Golden Dukes and the Deerwood Part 6, The Saints' War and White Wind's Legacy. Interesting. We'll take a read. We haven't been reading many books lately.
And what do we have here?
What do you find? Oh, right there. Ooh, scroll of restore light endurance and protection. Essentially sell those, I think. Maybe not protection. Scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Audra device running through the tower. Despite copious measurements and carefully drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. The works of the Engwithans, a comprehensive guide. The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. Cool. Oh, we've got some enemies. Revenants.
Hey,
Everybody get in there. Oh wow. They basically just fell down with a slight breeze. 330 skates. Folded page from Outhelm's journal, a peridot, and a potion. Folded page says, Day 10, patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy.
Eyes open.
Sure.
Continue looking around. Guess we picked a good time to come here when it was pretty easy to take care of all the enemies. Up a third level, it looks like. Scroll of fireball. Yep. And a page from Outhelm's journal. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms. Or in our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Indeed. I know when I'm spooked, a good night's sleep always helps. 194 pods. We're getting rich again just by being in here. Scroll case or something. 19 golden shellings, a peridot, and a hatchet. Not a named legendary hatchet, mind you. Just a hatchet. Worth 5, which is cool. I guess there's nothing else hidden here, so on to floor number, I think it's 3, maybe 4. Pretty dope tower so far. Oh, we're on the roof. No kidding. And there's Outhelm. Oh, he's not looking too good.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Huh. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Audra pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He hisses. He smashes a fist into the Audra pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise, but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
He covers his face with his other hand.
Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
He clenches his fists in concentration. Alos's lips twist in disgust. Find a copper skate for every foul, fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to a disaster. Well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Stick to the present. Wait. Keep talking, Outhelm.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindid, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides.
Wodka.
A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight.
Was that someone from the Leaden Key, maybe?
And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own.
Uh-huh.
On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
Wow.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work. But I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
He turns to you in a sudden burst of passion, gazes at the forsaken district beneath the tower. He gestures at the streets. Slow down. What does this machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
A tremor of frustration runs through his face. He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath?
Right?
No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
He screws his fists into his eyes. Huh. You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Something gurgles in Outhelm's throat and he grimaces. He heaves and retches, eyeing you strangely.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
One shaky hand scratches at his bare, sore-eaten chest. Aravius growls and his hands ball into fists. To think my clan had the temerity to accuse me of being a soul-rending beast when an actual such monster walks the face of Weretha.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
His eyes glitter and he licks his lips with a cracked and shriveled tongue. There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
He hesitates, his lips working soundlessly, as if he can't remember or can't say his name. What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
Well, how can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Aldhelm snarls and shivers, scowling. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Violent tremor racks his body, gains 636 XP. Halogena clenches her jaw, her eyes narrowing suspiciously. Descanto! His condition has turned him into little more than an animal. Don't do it. Find out how the Engwithan... Okay, find Acantha. There's a pillar right there. Wonder if we could do anything with it without... Standing near the device feels like being blown away by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. Wonder if there's like a way to figure it out without getting Acantha, but seems like, oh, look at those birds. It's very cool. Seems like he's the only one left, so we're gonna go to Acantha. After we search the premises, and get the words. Proceeds at the bottom. Nice. I like that feature. Oh, we already freed the prisoners, so no flesh for Acantha or Omi. Go to Acantha's house.
This is why you were traveling alone.
What? He goes to say something and then nothing gets said, and then doesn't register. That's why you're traveling alone. Who was he talking to? Aravius? Whatever it is, it's glitched out right now.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I saw you in a vision. There's something you need to do for me.
Believe me, I've heard that line before.
She laughs again.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
She laughs to herself. I need the words that operate the Engwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
She laughs, a noise that blends the crunch of dry leaves with something piercing and white hot. You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
She shakes her head as she pokes at the fire with renewed ferocity. The problems inherited chill are bigger than your rivalry, Akantha. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Her pride burns brighter still. Humble Outhelm now by demonstrating the value of your research. My silence demonstrates it more succinctly. Your words fan the strange coals at the center of her soul. Oh, it's lit up. Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Huh. Her voice is suddenly soothing. Akantha closes her eyes and stands and turns to you, wiping parchment dry hands on her clothes. Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Interesting. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
You seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
How do you operate the machine atop Ter Nuneth?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
She crosses her arms over her unmoving chest. I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
Huh. What could possibly be more meaningless in existence than the current predicament? Maybe not even WoW knows what would become of them. But it'd be wrong not to give the souls a chance to leave their prison. I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. Extinguish Akantha's pride. The vampire doesn't seem to notice as you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language. No one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Can we extinguish it again? No. You force your essence around the burning lump inside her, but it scorches you. Your flesh is whole and unmarked when you draw back, but it nevertheless stings at the memory of the heat. So we gotta be a little clever here. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. But what use is it? But what use is it? Her pride rages inside her. Uses! Why must something be so pure be fashioned into a blunt instrument? Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong, but there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Can we extinguish it now? You reach for it, but it's still too hot to grasp in your mind for more than a second. It may not be much, but it's still something. You can't take that away from me. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench your pride, and all that remains is a blackened diamond-hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
Her voice is calm and quiet.
These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Acantha has shown you, and you know that their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engwith once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
She retreats from you. Certainly. Party gains 636 XP. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle.
Huh.
But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls.
This is so
It
cool.
would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Wow. Haravius turns to you. So what she's saying is, he whispers, we could use the time-honored tactic of negligence to destroy this contraption and prevent further ensnarement of souls. His face contorts into a frown. Still, it seems a wretched deed to have to sacrifice those trapped within the device. They deserve a better fate. Why is Haravius talking so much and no one else? You said other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to do that? Okay, we already heard that. Machine that tethers souls. Okay, explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Ter Nuneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings, you can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Wait, me only knows which for the tower. Okay, that's all, thanks. This is so cool, though. Very interesting stuff. Love the lore, love the exploration of the lore. Deal with the Engwithan machine, just very neat. For a first game, they really nailed, like, everything about this game is good and great. I would like to play more Avowed still. I left that playthrough off at about episode 64 or 65 or such when I ended the first batch of recordings, but we could return to that. I played that recently in real time here. By the time you see this, it'll be much later, but and then I want to play Pillars 2.
Easy does it.
I'm so hyped to play Pillars 2. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait to try the pirate theme with ship battles, and oh my gosh, that's going to be crazy. So hopefully going to get through Pillars 1, and then we can, you know, tackle Pillars 2, and then Avowed is basically Pillars 3. Out home. Outhelm looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He takes a tentative, scuttling step toward you. He doubles over, coughing up strings of blah. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Is there something we can do about undying heritage? I'll need to send a victim to him if I want his help. Alright, let's just deal with the machine. A jagged alder pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Let's maximize the machine's throttle in hopes of overloading the device. Muttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axes. The light filling the machine quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. When you look back, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again. Sorry, Engwithans. There goes some gravitational waves. That was awesome. Boom. Shockwave. Outhelm, 1308 experience for that. Extraordinary reputation with Defiance Bay.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
They'll never know I'm here.
Huh, so... destroyed the machine.
I'll see what I can find.
We can come up here, I didn't see that. Come on these little pillars, these little platforms, maybe find something there. Oh wow. I'm all the way over here. But now that we did that, I sacrificed the trapped souls. Wait a minute, I did it wrong. Oh no, I did it wrong. We're 72 hours in on this playthrough and so much content left. To get to Pillars 2, it's going to take us forever. Oh, I already destroyed it here, but we have the very useful autosave. I don't want to sacrifice the souls. I thought they would escape by doing that. I have to click end.
Sure.
Fled.
Let's choose end. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the odger under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. So that's another way to turn it off. We didn't get the bonus, but they can be returned to the cycle, the souls. Good, good, good.
Still and silent.
Keeping an eye out.
It's finally over.
Nothing up there. We'll go on each one of them, though. Cool, so we did it right this time. Don't think Acantha would have anything really to say, but we could go and see her. And just see what... if there's some sort of parting dialogue, and then... yeah, this is another quest completed. Very nice. Look at all that below. It's really cool. Proceed to the bottom. Machine no longer humming. Emptied of essence, the outer contraption is still and quiet. I don't think there's anything else to do in here. So, with that done, head back to Acantha just for a second. See if there's anything there. And we have been playing for 55 minutes, so I've got to wrap it up. I want to say thank you for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Super awesome stuff, in my opinion. If you did enjoy it as well, please like, comment, and subscribe. Greatly helps the channel. Also, if you want to greatly help the channel, you can become a member. Starting as low as $1.99 a month. It's a huge help. Acantha's no longer here, interestingly enough. And the information and links for becoming a member are in the description of this video. Feel free to check it out if interested. And I hope to see you all next time. It's your boy GGF. We're going to sign out here. Next time we will probably go back and explore more of Stormfall, or the Stormwall Gorge, and head on from there, maybe to the town of Deerford, and then head out from there. So until next time, live well, be well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Everything is good in the world, actually, if you just trust God. In my opinion, of course, but life is good, God is good, and I will see y'all in the next one. Ciao for now, guys.